Quran is a living book. It is a living miracle.
Yeah.
And it applies to every single. I was reading Surah Ankabut like a month ago, or a few weeks ago, and it talks about the house of the spider being the weakest of houses.
Interesting.
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not only does He, is His kalam in the Quran with a pentameter, so many surahs rhyme very eloquently,
Profound.
which humans can't even fathom. But there's allegory, there's metaphor in there, and there's something which, mashallah, you are a wordsmith yourself. It's not something I can claim to. I read a lot and I like to write, but I'm not a wordsmith like yourself. But I do appreciate pentameter, allegory, rhetoric, metaphor. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran is filled with these kind of misal. And actually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about the disbelievers, they say, what does Allah mean by this metaphor? Because Allah talks about the flies, etc. He really talks about a broad range of metaphors in the Quran, and one of them is a Surah Ankabut where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the house of the spider. Verily the house Ahli Ankabut, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, verily the house of the spider, it is the most weak.
Fascinating.
And that doesn't just mean weak, because actually spider webs are quite strong, because what's it called? Kevlar are made from spiders' webs, silk, etc. It's quite firm.
Yeah.
So the fear is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referring to the dynamics of the spider's house. The spider, as in the female's in charge, she actually bites off the male spider's head after copulation.
Very
After
interesting.
he's impregnated her,
Yes.
he bites off his head.
That's actually very accurate.
Allah Ta'ala says the house of the spider is the weakest of all, and it's true. In no other animal kingdom is such a dynamic, and now we're seeing it now with feminism. We're seeing it now with the reversal of roles. Subhanallah.
Yeah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, safeguard us, because this is all preparing for the arrival of the accursed one. And we know what that is. The Dajjal. It's setting the scene very nicely. So Quran is relevant.